So in this video, we're going to go through some of the steps of making a sand mound septic system and also the trial and tribulations of this job site. So when actually doing the mound area, we want to scrape the entire sod area that we're going to be placing the sand mound on. And we also scarify the entire area as you see here. So here we connect the 4-inch SDR pipe leading from the house and trench down all the way towards the system tankage area. And this is going to give us our grade so that we meet at least 2% going from the house towards the septic tank area. As we carry on the excavation for the system tankage area, we quickly run into a high water table, which is about 4+ feet below grade. We carry on our excavation and dig out the footprint necessary for our entire system tankage area. And as we do so, water keeps coming into our excavation, and we use a trash pump to try to evacuate that water back out into the land. Here we try to finish off our excavation in preparation for the crane truck to deliver the septic tank and put the placement of the tanks inside of our trench. This, however, was a task easier said than done. As we finish off our excavation, more and more of that soil kept coming into our trench area, and it was becoming more and more difficult to stay ahead of it. At this time, the crane truck had arrived and was assessing the trench area that we had excavated, and he wasn't comfortable with setting up and installing the septic tanks into our trench. So we had to turn to plan B. We got multiple loads of 3-inch fractured rock so that we could set our base for our system tankage. We then utilized our larger excavators to bring over the system tankage towards our excavation. However, this deemed a very difficult task, as one excavator was not able to support the entire weight of the system tankage. The ground started to give way, so we brought in a secondary excavator to help unload the system tankage into our excavation. We were, however, successful in positioning the primary tank in place. Now we put 3-inch fractured rock again so that we can place our pump tank. There was a point in time where we highly doubted that we would ever get these tanks in place, but we finally did. We overcame. With the hard part now over, we can concentrate on now bringing over all the aggregates to start building the sand mound. Due to the nature of the lot being so saturated, dump trucks were not able to go back to where we needed them to. So instead they dropped off at the very beginning of the lot. And of course, this was very time consuming going back and forth. As the sand mound was being built, simultaneously we worked on the pump area, got electricity to the location, and started to build everything into the control panel. As we built up the sand on the sand mound, things started to take shape. We built up our sand area to the height needed, and we also added drain rock and then added our lateral lines over top. So we built out and drilled the orifices that you can see there underlying the pipe, and we affixed them with orifice shields. And this way the effluent would displace nice and even throughout the entire sand bed. So after the lateral lines were all laid out, we then made sure that the control panel was sequencing properly, and then we tested the dose out to the drain field to make sure that our lateral lines were distributing the effluent evenly. We then lay down our fabric, make sure we slope our sand mound a little bit more gently just prior to the backfill of topsoil. Once we have the topsoil layer, the mound is now fully protected and the system is now completed.